All right, hey guys. It's me again, coming back at you live. I wouldn't say live, but I had something on my mind. I think that needs to be talked about as far as the black community. I'm about to work out after this, but I think it's something that need to be talked about in our community. I feel like in the black community, man, we really need to, like you know, get our shit together. As far as stop involving yourselves in these coalitions. Now, what this is what I mean by that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have conversations, about this. So what I mean by that is the fact that we keep getting ourselves involved in everybody else's problems but our own. You got black people getting involved and talking about things that doesn't benefit the black community whatsoever. And a lot of this has to do with the older generation. The older generation. And, I'm going to have to make a video about, older generation, between the older generation and the younger generation. And basically from the older generation, the millennials. I'm going to have to make a video about that because I think that, we really need to talk about what the bad things and the things that are the things that put us back and the things that have hold us back within the black community. I will be making a video. That'll probably be a long video, maybe 20 minutes or a little bit longer. But it will have to be a video that needs to be talked about because I'm still hearing things like when I turn on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, I'm still hearing things coming out of this man's mouth or some of these other people's mouths, and they keep saying, so and so, he's against the law, he's against police breaking the law, whatever, blah blah blah. This is why it's so important to go out and go vote. Look, I'm not saying voting is a good or a bad thing, but what I am saying is that right now within the black community, that shit don't work for us right now. Economics is what pushes politics. That's just what it is. Like, I think black people need to start, y'all gotta start understanding, you gotta start understanding that. Like, you gotta start understanding, like, money is what pushes the agendas. Money is what pushes the agendas. So when Hillary Clinton is voting for office and she's in office, she's being pushed by a lot of the lobbyists. She has a lot of lobbyists and a lot of banks supporting her election. We all know Donald Trump. He's his own businessman, so he supported himself. That's why he wasn't never taken out of the race, because he got his own money. He supports himself, and he's not controlled by nobody. Which, okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at least he's himself. That doesn't mean I don't like the guy. That doesn't mean I don't fuck with him, or it doesn't mean I don't, doesn't mean I don't really. Of course I don't like him. First of all, I don't really like him. I mean, I just really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck about him. I don't really give a fuck about him. Is he a racist? To me, a racist, white supremacist? Yes, he is. Yeah. But I feel like to sit here and compare this man like he's some devil. First of all, I mean, majority of white folks are devils. So that's not to knock some of the white people that I know that are pretty cool, but everybody plays their role in white supremacy, white supremacist system. So for example, I don't know a white teacher that's really telling the truth to black children that, okay, look, this is your history. These are black inventions. Everything pretty much, Egypt was a black civilization. George Washington owned slaves. Abraham Lincoln really didn't want to free y'all, but the only reason why he had to create the Emancipation Proclamation was the fact that the South was making too much money than the North. That's the only reason why he did that. So you don't have white teachers just doing that. You don't have them telling them that shit. You don't have them. They're just they're not in the public school system saying, hey, Yeah, Christopher Columbus was a racist, right? He was a rapist, and you know that, right? You know that, right? You know that, right? They're not telling them that. They're not telling black children that. They're not telling them, the genocide before the Holocaust, how the Germans killed all those black folks in Germany, or how the British went to Australia and killed the Artesians. I think I'm saying it right. They killed the Artesians and genocided all of them. So, I mean, there's still black folks that live in Australia, but I'm just saying, the majority, just like everywhere on this planet before white colonialism, it was nothing but black people on this planet before white colonialism, okay? So that's what I'm saying. So that stuff is not being taught in the schools. They're not being taught in the schools. They're not being taught they're not telling the truth. They're lying, because I didn't know this stuff until I got out of high school. So what makes you think they're not gonna lie to you? Come on, man. Let's be real and honest. And I want us as black people to start critically think about the things that don't benefit us. So back to, the real conversation is that we need to stop supporting, everybody else's agenda. Once again, I am cool with Hispanics. I am cool with, and I mean, I don't really have an Asian friend, but I mean, I grew up with a couple of Asians. But what I'm saying is that the Arabians and the Asians and the Hispanics, and I'm talking about the Hispanics of non-African descent, are taking care of themselves. They're doing just fine. They don't need us to march for them. They can march for themselves. They're not babies. They can take care of themselves. We as black people need to stop with the nonsense. We need to stop letting everybody leech off of our culture and then act like, and then when racism comes along, and because once again, nobody ain't fixing the black unemployment rate. Nobody's not trying to fix the economic disparity between blacks and whites. Other ethnicities ain't trying to do that. Asians still stay making money off of us in our own neighborhoods, which is why I keep telling y'all, stop supporting their businesses and create your own, or support your own. There are black owned businesses of hair salons and stuff that y'all can support. It doesn't make any sense. This brings up to it's the same thing when it comes to, once again, Hispanics. I'm cool with a lot of y'all, but I'm not cool with people, leeching off of our culture. So, everybody want to be black. Everybody want to get the low riders now, and this and that. But you don't want to help change the black unemployment rate, though. So it's cool. I mean, it's cool. See, everybody loves us when it comes to partying and hanging out, go get fucked up. Oh my God, we having fun. Everybody loves us when it comes to having sex with us. Oh my God, but they don't want to. So you don't want to help create no laws to protect us from the police. You don't want to. If it affects you, why? Okay, if it affects you, then why you can't you can't link up with us to help create these laws, help create a law, or help create some businesses for black and brown people, or for black and Asian people, or Arabian people. Because even Arabians and see, that's another thing that needs to be talked about too. Because I'm tired of black people. Y'all need to stop ignoring the Arabian slave trade. So as much as we talk about, what happens to us, the Arabian slave trade and the Catholic Church played a huge role in slavery. So don't forget that. Don't ever forget that, and always talk about that, because that happened. So that shit needs to be talked about too. So I don't care who has a problem with that, but that needs to be talked about. But back to the point, and what I'm saying is that, back to what I'm saying. I'm saying that nobody's not fixing, so nobody can't help fix the black unemployment rate. These Asians can't, they can't fix that, they can't help fix that. You can't hire some brothers and get them off the street from selling drugs and dope and this and that. I live in OKC. There's a lot of Hispanic businesses, but I don't see them hiring a lot of black men either. Once again, and I'm not knocking y'all for taking care of yourselves. That's not a problem. I guess my problem is that everybody wants to be black, but you don't want to be black when it's time to be black. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And people are not showing, And I think that's, you know, and a lot of it is not, and I can't blame everything on other ethnicities as far as allowing this to take place, because I feel like we as black people have adopted this love is love kumbaya mentality instead of adopting a culture of our own, which we do have our own culture, but we keep but the culture is getting watered down because we keep involving everybody in our circles, but everybody's just getting involved in our culture, making money off of it, and moving to the side and taking care of their own people. And that's a problem. So it has to be to a point to where we as a black community, like, we got to take care of ourselves. You know, there's nothing, I mean, I don't understand why we as a people keep doing that shit. And I want us as a community to understand that. You know, but I want us in the community to understand that we have to take care of ourselves. Because I mean, I don't think no other ethnicity will get mad with what I'm saying, because they know they take care of themselves. Hispanics know they take care of themselves. They know they people come first. The Asians, they know they people come first. Arabians, they know they people come first. So when I'm saying it, I mean, you shouldn't be saying what I'm saying is wrong, because your people come first too. So me saying what I'm saying, that black people should come first and we should take care of ourselves and stop supporting everybody else's businesses and putting their money towards their own communities. I mean, you should respect that, because I mean, white folks take care of them. We all know white folks take care of themselves. Come on now. Come on. We all know they take care of themselves. In which that's another reason why I don't understand why we keep trying to assimilate to our oppressors and keep getting involved in these feminist movements. And like, when these feminists are talking about women's rights, they're talking about white women. They're talking about white women. They're not talking about you, black women. They're just not. They're not talking about you. Also, and another thing is the fact that the fact that black men, and I'm going to just say this, you know, to all the brothers out here, y'all have to understand the system that plagues you. You have to understand that, you have to understand the system that plagues you. You have to understand the system of white supremacy. And there's a saying, and it's called, there's a saying that's, there's a meme, and there's a saying that says, don't ever trust a man who don't see the beauty in his own women. Black women should always come first. They should always come first, and y'all should respect that. You know what I'm saying? These women are out here they out here doing the damn thing. As much as as much as some of y'all can I don't agree with everything Cynthia G says. I don't agree with everything V. Smith or some of these, or Lovely T, some of these other black women say, but they have the best interest of the black man. They have the best interest of the black man. They want to see black men be true kings. They want to see black men be the true kings or the gods that they know they can be. Because there's nothing more terrifying than an intelligent black man, or I mean, just a black man who knows himself, a black man who knows who he is and where he comes from. There's nothing more intelligent about that. Nothing more just terrifying about that to white supremacy and a white supremacist system. But when y'all allow these people to dummy you down and turn you into a nigga, which I didn't mean to say the N-word, but white supremacy is made to turn black men into either a nigga, a basketball player, an athlete, what else? A thug, what else? A no shit ass motherfucker, what else? How else? A stupid ass. No, that's not even the right one, because I mean, I'll have to say, yeah, stupid ass. And just, they want you to be just a little boy. They want you to be a little boy. They want you to be a little childish ass little boy. You know, they want you to go around fucking everything in sight, not giving a fuck. You know, they want you to be disrespectful to your own community. They want you to bow down and pray to Massa and hope that he hires you or hope that he puts you on this football team. And they want you to do that. Period. But, you know, and I play, first of all, and I play sports. I mean, people who know me out here in the 405, I play sports. I mean, you know, but I think the best thing that ever happened to me is the fact that I didn't play college football or I didn't play college sports, because I don't think I would be the man who I am today if I continue to doing that, because I do feel like I wouldn't be who I am today. I really wouldn't. So I really wouldn't be the man who I am today. And I feel like, you know, we as black people, man, got to understand who we are. You know, we got to understand who we are. We got to understand, you know, that we all we got, you know, and, you know, that we all we got. And I want us to understand that, you know. But I will be making a video about the older generation / new generation. And I feel like people like myself, my generation, millennials, we're basically the ones that are going to have to change the black community around. And because you know, one thing I would say is that whether if it's with my mom or with other old people, I don't listen to that bullshit that they say. I don't. That doesn't mean we don't that doesn't mean we don't care about them. That doesn't mean they're bad people. But that conventional way of thinking, is bullshit. We ain't with all that because it don't work. It never did. So for example, teaching your children to go out and go get a job and go work for white folks, that don't work. Simple. It's simple. It's common sense. It's simple. It's simple. There's nothing hard about that. There's nothing hard to understand that just don't work. So it's time to change the culture. Be more entrepreneurs. Learn how to make your own money. Learn how to start a business. Learn how to sell. Learn how to market. Learn how to financial plan. Learn how to buy up businesses or invest. Learn how to do all of that. Learn how to real estate and buy up property, you know, and make sure the titles are good. All types of stuff. That's where we're headed in the future in the black community. Also, I mean, I'm gonna be it's a lot of things that's gonna be talked about within the video, but like I said, it has to be talked about, because because, you know, the older generation, their actions and their way of doing things has set us back, and that's not, once again, that's not against them. That's not a knock against, you know, and I'm not talking about all of the black folks in the older generation. I'm just saying that when it comes to the 80s and 90s, it should have been a culture of entrepreneurship. It should have been a culture of learning how to start businesses and owning your own shit. It should have been a culture of that. It should have been a culture of black people taking care of themselves and not worrying about so-and-so. It should have been a culture of having our own schools and academies and all of that, because that has set us back some. Now, don't get it twisted. We will catch up and we will surpass everybody. I feel like as a community, if we stay focused on our objective as a people. But if we're not, you know, but we're going to have to change everything. Everything has to be changed, because like I said, it don't work. I do feel like it will be a time. I do feel like in the future, I will start to see a decline in black men in sports, because I do believe a lot of brothers are starting to come along when it comes to business and entrepreneurship and engineering, and how because like I said, I would rather be an engineer than an athlete. It's gotten to a point to where I know my knowledge so well, and that's why I keep telling y'all black men, y'all gotta know the game. Being an athlete, that's not where it's at. But let me put it to you this way. Dez Bryant can't play in the NFL for 20 years. But you could be an owner for 20 years. You can be an owner of the Dallas Cowboys for 20 years. Wes Welker can't play football for 60 years. But you can be the owner of the Denver Broncos for 60 years. You get the drift? You get the point? It's about owning shit. That's just what it is. It's about business. It's about ownership. That's really where the money's at in America. And like a lot of brothers don't know that, but it's up to people like myself and other black men and women to consistently give that knowledge to brothers to do better and to also give them the tools to succeed in those type of fields. Damn, this video is too long. But that's the whole point, and that's just my whole point in what I'm making. And I feel like in the black community, damn, video too long. But I feel like in the black community, man, we have to really take care of ourselves, and we really have to understand that we all we got. And, you know, my bad. I mean, I'm about to go into the gym because I'm here about to work out, guys. But that's just where it's at, you know. And I feel like as black people, you know, we got to take care of ourselves. You know, we got to take care of ourselves. And we got to understand who we're dealing with. We got to understand that we got to change the culture. There's a culture change. You know, we should value, you know, we got to stop celebrating people like Nicki Minaj instead of celebrating that engineer. You know, that don't make no sense. You know, if that black kid who won the science project should be celebrated more than so-and-so who's scoring touchdowns. That's not a knock against him. That's not a knock against you know, some of the other brothers who play sports. I'm just saying that you playing football ain't gonna change the society. That's football's entertainment. I don't even watch football. It's gotten to a point I don't even watch football that much no more. I only watch it when I want to take my mind off things. Simple. That's, I mean, like black people, that's just what it is. So when white supremacists and these white folks, when they want to take their mind off things, they go to people like a Tay Diggs wearing dresses. Or they go to people like a 21 Savage. They go to people like who else? They go to people like Antonio Brown. They go to people like that because they want to be entertained. Football and singing it. I'm not knocking people who, you know, who do that. I'm just saying that's child's play. That's not. Now, I'm not going to lie. If you want to play football to be an owner of a team or to own stakes and shares of that ownership or get some ownership, get some part ownership of a NFL team, then I salute you, okay? Then I salute you because I think that's what LeBron is trying to do. Or if you trying to or let's say you're trying to be a rapper to own your own record label and, you know, create apps and create your own record label and create your own brand. Okay, then I salute you. Then I salute you on that. But if you just get money from white folks and just living life like it is, I congratulate you. But I mean, I really can't congratulate anybody if they're not doing nothing for the black community either. You know what I'm saying? Because you're part of the problem. You're not really helping us at all if you're just, I mean, you know, so it don't make any sense. If you're just out and about, you know, doing things for white people and everybody else, you're not really somebody I have to salute, because if you're not doing it for the community, like for example, I find it I get very irritated and pissed off the fact that you have rappers glorifying Oakland, you have rappers glorifying Compton, you have rappers glorifying Chicago, you have rappers glorifying H-Town or glorifying Florida and all of these other places. You have rappers glorifying all that shit, DC, all that shit. You got rappers, entertainers from the hood, you know, repping they hoods, all in Georgia, ATL, you know, all Bankhead and all that shit, but they ain't going to those same hoods to take care of their people. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. These rappers, they should be exiled. How you gonna sit here and promote Bankhead, but don't come back to the hood and create jobs? How you gonna sit here and promote Compton and Watts and Inglewood, but you don't come back to the community and create jobs? That's insane. That's some coon ass shit. That's some coon ass shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's some coon ass shit. And black people should call that shit out. That makes no damn sense. How you got rappers repping Oakland, but Oakland's getting gentrified and shit? That makes no damn sense. Y'all can't own those properties. You can't own those properties. Seriously. I'm not knocking the E40 or Too Short. I think I am fans of them and their music, but I feel like people like that should own a lot of businesses and properties in those neighborhoods. Why do we have entertainers and rappers repping hoods but not owning the hood? That's stupid. That's stupid. Every time I think about that, it really does piss me off. It pisses me off. It really does. Because I don't understand that. Compton, Bompton. Bro, do you own those hoods though, bro? Are you creating businesses in these hoods, bro? Come on, man. Like, what the fuck? Motherfuckers repping 9-0, 160s Crip and all this other shit. But bro, are you repping? What's up with this? Like, why you ain't owning no hood? Why are you not employing your brothers and sisters out there in Compton? What's up with that? That's some coon ass shit. This video was a lot longer. I made it a lot longer than what it is. But I just have a problem with the fact that you have people who do that. You have rappers and entertainers and people who rep what they from, but don't come back to the hood at all. Don't come back to the hood at all. People in Rapids, East Rapids, Michigan should be very disappointed in Floyd Mayweather. Fuck all that shit, bro. You from this area, and you over here coming back to the hood, taking documentaries and shit, but you can't create no jobs. Now, like I said, maybe he is. I don't know. You know, I've heard Floyd Mayweather make comments that a lot of things that he does a lot of things behind the scenes that he doesn't talk about. And maybe he did. I don't fucking know. But all I'm saying is I have a huge problem with people like him that are not doing anything for these hoods and for these neighborhoods that they come from. That's a problem in the black community. That's a problem. And that's the reason why we stay in poverty. That's the reason why we ain't going nowhere, because we got people, white people are taking our smartest and brightest, and they're taking our most talented, and they're making money. White people are the best at capitalism. So for example, when during the dark ages, when the Europeans they didn't have no way of feeding themselves. The Europeans couldn't do anything for themselves. You know what happened? What happened? The Africans was like, hey, come to Africa. Let me teach you about this science. Let me teach you some math. Let me teach you some astronomy. Let me teach you technology. And what happened after that? They took that to their advantage and shit it all over us. They're good at capitalism, and that's something I have no choice but to respect on that. I mean, that doesn't mean just don't get it twisted. I still don't like white people who are committed to white supremacy and the majority of the population who are committed to the system. I'm just saying that they're great at capitalism. So every time they see your 3-year-old son running so damn fast, they like, oh shit, this is our next football star. Oh my God, this is our next football star. Oh shit. Or when they see him on the track, oh shit, this is our next superstar track athlete. Oh shit. Hell yeah, hey, you hear about Tristan Holiday? Oh yeah, that guy, oh God, that little guy, he's fast. Capitalism. Simple. So the point of my videos is that I want black people to really understand. I want y'all to start questioning everything that you're taught and questioning things that are being taught to you, because I want us as a community to understand that the system is meant to really just fuck us over. Simple. To fuck us over. Now, I will also be making a video to people in Africa. I will be making a video to people in Africa, and that video will be specifically to the African brothers and sisters out there. And I love those Africans who take care of Africans, who are doing great for other Africans out there in Africa. But y'all gonna have to tell me what the fuck is up. I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's too much cooning. The problem with Africa is too much cooning. It's too much cooning. You got Africans selling out they people. You got the presidents fucking around with the French and the French white women, and I don't know. what the fuck is going on. Now, I'm not saying that about every country, because there are Africans who hold it down for their own people, and there are Africans who don't even allow Europeans to their countries, and they shouldn't. And they shouldn't. You can't just colonialize. You can't just colonialize a continent and expect us to love you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck that shit. Fuck you. You ain't gonna. Hell no. I'll never claim you as my brother, sister, or African. I'll never involve you in my culture. What kind of nonsense is that? Fuck out of here. You better go. I don't know. You better do. I don't know. Something. You're gonna have to earn my respect, and I mean that goes for white people globally. Honestly, I don't respect a group of people who have to kill, rape, and steal from other people just to get in power. That's insane. That's lazy. That's just evil and disrespectful. So, of course, I'll never forgive white folks for that. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Ever. Period. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck what they are. If they're in the shitstorm, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about ISIS killing their asses. I don't care. I don't care. Because you're consistently disrespecting us on a daily basis, and you're consistently just it's unforgivable. It's unforgivable. So I mean, I think the only way white people could ever, whether if it's in America or Europe or Africa, I mean, they're gonna have to give us some reparations. You're gonna have to move out of. I mean, I don't know, but reparations will be a start in America for sure. But other than that, I mean, ain't no forgiveness. So of course, I don't want my people to respect you. I don't want my people to love you. I don't want my people to be around you. I don't want to be around you like that. It doesn't mean I'm not cool with some white folks. But at the end of the day, like, there's nothing better than my people. There's nothing better than being around black folks. And I don't want my people to be around you. I want my people learning things from you. I don't want them working for you like that. None of that shit. Unless it's beneficial to us. Because we all know you do. I mean, a lot of white folks, they do things that benefit them. They use black people that benefit them. We all know that. Capitalism. I just spoke about it. They're great at capitalism. So, but I'm done, y'all. This video will be a very just a reminder of what we as a community, as black people, what we really need to what we have to talk about. This video was really fucking long, but I will be making some more videos too. My next video will be about older generation and younger, and the millennials, because I'm not saying the millennials are great, but what I am saying is that we get it, unlike our elders. We get it, unlike our elders. We get what's going on. We understand what's going on, and we understand what needs to be done. So that's not to knock that some, our elders and some of them what they do, but the conventional way of thinking things and keep a culture going that does not do nothing for us is a problem, and that needs to be called out. Simple. So, I mean, whether people like it or not, it needs to be called out, and that's why a lot of people like myself and